Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say thank you for watching my video presentation. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Najwa Zami Faradisa. I'm from class A and I am a student of Shari'a Economics, Islamic Economics and Business Faculty with SUNAN KALIJAGA. In this presentation, we will discuss about the urgency of Shariah economics in the development of e-commerce in Indonesia. Do you know about e-commerce? Or do you know about Shariah economics? And what the relation between e-commerce and Shariah economics in Indonesia? That's why we're here today to tell you about what it is and all you might want to know about Sharia economics and commerce and the urgency of Sharia economics in the development of commerce in Indonesia. Let's start with how it began. As you know, Indonesia and the world today have entered the era of digitalization. This digitalization era is almost applied in all fields like social fields, policy fields, education fields, and especially the economy. In the economic fields, there is e-commerce. So, what is e-commerce? E-commerce, e-commerce is known as electronic commerce, is the buying and selling of goods and services, or the transmitting of funds or data over an electronic network, primarily the internet. These business transactions occur either as business to business or B2B, business to consumer, or B2C, consumer to consumer, or C2C, or consumer to business, um, C2B. And in the e-commerce or marketplace, there is e-wallet. So what is e-wallet? Because um, technology is so very fast in the development. So we can use e-wallet to buying the goods or service in e-commerce. The example of e-wallet is they are OVO, Shopee Pay, Link Aja, Dana, GoPay, and so on. And we can transfer uh, from bank to other bank uh, through the m-banking or mobile banking. So very easy to doing transaction in this era because this era is the digitalization of all aspect. So we can doing something uh, easy and efficient. And Indonesia is not an Islamic country, but Indonesia has a majority Muslim population. The existence of e-commerce in Indonesia raises the issue of whether economic digitalization activities such as commerce are in accordance with the principles of Sharia economics. Because that is where the role of Sharia economics is very important and buying and selling transactions. E-commerce has existed before, but lately its existence is really skyrocketing. How did it happen? Because of the sophistication of technology and its development is very fast. The term e-commerce comes from the English language, namely electronic and commerce. Trading conduct electronically means that the buying and selling system is carried out online through electronic media. Here the buyer can buy goods anywhere and anytime. Do not have to go to the store and meet the seller. So to make a transaction is very easy in this day. E-commerce in Indonesia is proven by the existence of several marketplaces where digital trade is carried out, such as Shopee. As for the original marketplace made by Indonesians themselves, such as Tokopedia and Bukalapak. Basically, Shari'a economics or Islamic economics has a general economic understanding which is certainly in accordance with Islamic law. Islamic economics has values that focus on amar ma'ruf and nahi munkar. This means benefiting the good and preventing the bad in muamalah or transacting when buying and selling. But in practice, buying and selling online or implementing this e-commerce system has its good and bad sides. So, the role of Sharia economics in e-commerce is very important because as a Muslim, you should know the principles of Sharia law regarding trade or muamalah correctly. Existence of a contract is an agreement between the seller and buyer, which means that both parties agree on the goods and prices in the transaction. Of course, the buyer and seller must also be responsible for the transactions that have been carried out through the contract. The question after describing the problem of e-commerce in Islamic law is how. Indeed, the above is in accordance with Islamic law because there has been a contract between the seller and the buyer. In Sharia economics, the sale and purchase of goods or service must also be in accordance with applicable legal provisions. Because in Islam itself, there are special rules and principles in trade and the economy which of course everything still returns to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Among the principles, namely being honest and then conducting clean trade, selling and buying halal goods, and this principle, the purpose of this principle is um, so that to not defeat from the rules of Sharia law. So we as Muslim we can practice this principle Sharia economics the in the economic field and especially e-commerce because this is era digitalization. In the conclusion, the role of Sharia economics principles is so important in development of e-commerce in Indonesia. Thank you for your attention and thank you for your watching in my video presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.